Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Samantha Stokes, your fit herbalist here at the Reset Health and Fitness and founder of Raven and Reishi Immune Organics, which is my small herbal supplement company. And I'm here today to talk a little bit about kidney health. And if you're someone who's tried or is trying to quit your NSAID use like ibuprofen and you're worried about your kidneys and how can you restore your kidney health, then keep watching. That's what today's video is all about. So the first thing is we want to help you decrease your inflammation so you have less pain, right? And in order for you to quit ibuprofen or slowly taper off and take less of it because you're worried about kidney and gut health, then I'm here to help you with some natural remedies to help you slowly become more of an herbalist in your own home. So one of my favorite things is white willow bark. This is actually aspirin in its natural form. And when you take this, it's not like the regular aspirin that you take and you can have stomach pain and burning. This doesn't burn your stomach, and it's really amazing. It's powerful. I've made it over the last 6 weeks, so I filled up half of the jar with dried white willow bark. Put all the rest with Tito's vodka. It's the gluten-free vodka that I choose because I do want gluten-free tinctures. And then you just you strain it and bottle it up, and then you can take 1 to 3 droppers as needed, or like every 3 hours like you would an aspirin or ibuprofen or something like that. And you'll notice a huge difference in inflammation. Of course, there are some things you need to look out for, like if you have gout or something like that, you might want to avoid that or talk with your doctor. But these are really good options for you to slowly taper off over-the-counter pain medications that are really hard on our liver, kidneys, and our gut. Number 2 supplement is I put these all in one, and of course I know many of you know about turmeric and how powerful turmeric is for chronic pain and inflammation. I don't know if you know this, but when you take turmeric, make sure you're pairing it with organic ground black pepper, because that helps your body absorb the turmeric effects. If you're just taking it by itself, you're not going to absorb it as much. So in here, this is called our Lion's Gate. This is one of the supplements that I make. So it has turmeric in it, black pepper, cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, cardamom, ginger, which is another one for inflammation, right? It has all the mushrooms that I love: turkey tail, reishi, chaga, cordyceps, and lion's mane. And I take 1 to 3 teaspoons a day in my coffee in the morning or just in my afternoon. This helps with mental stability, it helps with clarity, it helps with immune function, it helps with retaining muscle and inflammation, pain. You'll notice a huge difference in your overall well-being. And the reishi in here makes you kind of chill, but it doesn't make you sleepy. And the cordyceps in here is really good for endurance. So if you are an athlete that's trying to be healthier and not increase your chemical intake, even though I feel like, we need to count calories, but also we need to count the chemicals we are consuming. So if you're wanting to decrease inflammation and your pain, this one is a really good option, and it's all in one. You just take it once a day in 1 cup of coffee or tea or whatever you want, or even hot milk. It's really good. And I wanted to cover a little bit about lion's mane mushroom. It actually helps lower your blood sugar. So if you are diabetic, you want to make sure you're taking your blood sugars appropriately with this. But you may see results like you're having to use less insulin, which is a great thing, right? And this also has been shown just within 6 weeks of use, consistent daily use, it can help decrease that diabetic hand and foot nerve pain. So lion's mane is another good one, especially if you suffer from nerve pain or diabetes and any other brain inflammation, because lion's mane is really good for our nervous system and for our brain. And just a few other things that can help with inflammation is like cilantro, cayenne, cloves. Those can really help as well with inflammation and pain. So just be be using those. If you like cilantro, then, you know, have it on everything. Fresh is best, especially with cilantro. Another one of my favorite things to take every day is matcha green tea. Make sure you're buying it organic and getting it from a good source. You do want to make sure most of your teas, if they're coming from like Asia, maybe Japan is probably one of the cleanest. So if you can find one like ceremonial matcha tea from Japan or food grade organic matcha from Japan, that's the best. That's what I try to find every time I do have it, and it have this bright green color to it instead of like a darker green. But anyway, green tea, matcha green tea, or even green tea packets, it doesn't have to be matcha. It's really good for inflammation and pain. And it also it does have caffeine like coffee, but it actually, instead of you just getting that instant coffee fix for an hour or two, this actually sustains over a longer period of time, so you don't get that jittery feeling. This is like a good 6 hours of consistent energy, and it actually increases your brain power and productivity too in a healthy way. So if you're looking to decrease caffeine or you know, decrease your coffee intake, then green tea is a good one because it isn't caffeine free, but it's more sustainable over a long period of time. So it's easier on your body, in my opinion. A few other things like fish oil is really good for pain and inflammation. You'll probably know that. Collagen's good, especially for your gut health and joint health, ligaments, that sort of thing. And zinc. You want to make sure you're getting enough zinc and the right types of zinc. That's why I am on an animal-based diet. I mean, I say animal-based. I eat all my macros, okay? Carbs are not our enemy, but I do eat animal protein daily. So, you know, if you do have some kidney weakness or issues, you might can notice things like fatigue, weakness, bloating, edema, urgency, or even a decrease in urine output. So all these things are something to address. And if you are taking ibuprofen pretty frequently, it can affect your gut lining as well. So you want to make sure that we're trying to heal your gut, repair and restore, so you can actually not have to use that stuff as much, and just eat and drink appropriately and see a lot of results in your inflammatory responses and your inflammation levels, and, you know, help you decrease or eliminate chronic pain. So you've been taking ibuprofen for years and now you're worried about your kidneys. A lot of your kidney health can be restored. It's all about how you eat and how consistent you are, and being persistent on that journey to restore health. I've been there. I used to pop ibuprofen every couple hours because I had chronic joint pain and swelling and headaches. So one of my favorite things in the whole world for kidney health and even hormonal and liver health is roasted dandelion root. I will open and try to show you some of it. You see how pretty? And it smells like chocolate. When you're roasting it, if you do buy it or you have your own dandelion root and you start roasting it in your house is going to smell like chocolate. It smells so good. I put this in my tea. It's a good coffee alternative as well. So if you're wanting to decrease your coffee intake, help heal your kidneys, your liver, help your liver detoxify, then this is the one. And it's good for hormonal health too. And it's actually in one of my first supplements that I made. I don't know if you can see it. Liberty Coffee. So Liberty Coffee is just something that I came up with because I felt liberated when I was not addicted to coffee anymore, when I healed my body with herbs and nutrition. So that's why I named it Liberty Coffee. And of course, I am an American citizen and I'm a patriot, so we put the eagle there with the Liberty Bell. So it has like a big meaning behind it. This is like my first little herbal supplement baby. And it has roasted dandelion root in it, roasted chicory, roasted carob, and maca powder. That's it. And you just take this either with your coffee in the morning or as your afternoon coffee alternative. You'll notice some sustained energy from the maca powder and hormonal balancing from all the herbs in here without the caffeine and without the jittery feeling and addiction. So I hope you give it a try. Another herb that you could use for kidney health is marshmallow root. You can take this and infuse it with some hot water, and you can let it set for 15-20 minutes or even like 12 to 24 hours. When it comes to any root, the longer the better. And I will say, like, you can sweeten this how you like. You might want to add like some green tea or something to this that has a good flavor, maybe jasmine, because this has like an odd taste, and you might have to add some honey or stevia or monk fruit to make it taste better. But this is really good for your kidneys. And I did want to say back to this, or even the roasted, the roasted dandelion root, which is in here. These roots are really good. I do a French press, and I let it steep for about 10 to 15 minutes. And if I know I want like a cold brew coffee the next day, I will make more, and I'll let this sit for 12 to 24 hours. So the medicines of the roots are really infused in that water, and now it's like a cold brew coffee. And then I use my frother to make a cold foam, and I pour it over ice. It's the best cold brew coffee alternative. So give that a try as well. And especially if you don't have this, you can at least just try like the roasted dandelion root as a coffee alternative. So, and if you do try this, let me know how. That does complete today's video about kidney health and how we can restore our kidney function and decrease our use of NSAIDs and ibuprofen and things of that nature. Because to have true wealth in our life, we have to have health. So health is our number one priority. I know a lot of us know that now more than ever. And in order for us to really live a long, healthy life, we have to address the mineral deficiencies, the overload of certain toxins, even certain foods and things that are addictive and aren't good for us. It's really good for us to really address these things. As a community, it makes it easier because we can help you stay accountable and really push you to your highest good and really help you restore health. And let's do health and fitness differently. Less chemicals, counting our calories to some extent, eating all of our macros, weightlifting, but still enjoying the foods that make, life really good, such as pizza and loaded potatoes. All these things can still be enjoyed. And I will say, one of the biggest things from my clients and just myself and family members, if you really want to really decrease inflammation fast, eliminating gluten and all gluten products really helps. So you don't have to get rid of bread and pasta necessarily. You just need to buy the gluten-free versions, and you'll see a huge difference in inflammation just by cutting those things out. Like some even, people have lost 5 to 10 pounds in a couple of weeks just by decreasing or eliminating their gluten intake. So that's one of my, I always suggest going gluten-free. It's one of the easiest things without feeling deprived because you're not having to go dairy-free and all these other frees. Going gluten-free is probably the most sustainable way and really decreases inflammation and long-term health and really helps you with your immune system, joint health, building muscle because you're not in chronic fight or flight and stress overloaded from the inflammatory response from gluten and the things that are sprayed on gluten to make it. But thank y'all for joining today. I hope you found this video informative. And if you have any suggestions, comments, likes, just let me know below. And if you have any suggestions on things you would like me to cover, I would love any suggestion because there's so much out there. But if you like this video and you want more of it, just like, comment, subscribe, and also please share this video with a friend because this could really help change many lives in a very simple and basic way, and it's really going to restore our health and help our future.